Fuchs in the house. How's everybody doing today? It's Saturday morning, and I gotta try to get videos going again, but it's a little hard in my situation. I got coffee going, and brand I'm going with, I don't know if it Wide Awake coffee, and they have different flavors. And this is the house blend, and decent morning cup of coffee. And if it's on sale, it's a decent price. So just to give you a heads up, for me, Piggly Wiggly sells this. I don't know where else, but just to give a heads up. So if you are looking for some coffee out there, and movie wise, or no, sports wise, UWM is 24-33, and as I'm doing this video, they're one game away again from getting into the tournament. Like they lost last year to get into the NCAA tournament, so they're in their Horizon League and they're playing Wright State today. I'm not sure what the weather is. I think they're playing in Ohio. But once the game's over, I'll post in this video if they won or lost. I'll give a heads up. I'm not sure. Garden wise, going to be putting that in today. And then flower wise, kind of got a little messes. I put flowers out seed wise, and some of it's coming up in little patches, kind of. And I forgot to put down what area, what type of flower I put. So I got to figure out thinning of seed, which I've done, but I'm not an expert at. So I'll be doing that today because some of it's bunched up, and I know you got to thin it, but I know I'm not an expert on it, but we'll give it a shot. Gonna be taking my mom for flowers to fill in spots, get that going a little bit, and then chives. Chives just grow like weeds. I mean, they just expand. And I ended up spading. I don't know how much, and I threw them out on the curb to see if anybody would take them, but they didn't. So now I got all these chives that I gotta disperse of. So that's going on there. Movie talk, it's going to be binge watching. So before Blue Bloods, Tom Selleck was in a movie series called Jesse Stone. Books out there, I should have gotten an author. And, there's a total of 10 Jesse Stone movies out there. I watched them on the Roku's channel itself. And the order is Night Passage, Stone Cold, Death in Paradise, Sea Change, Thin Ice, No Remorse, Innocence Lost, Benefit of the Doubt, and Lost in Paradise. They do a pretty good job on keeping the characters together in the movie and for each episode. Some characters move on or something happens with them, but they do a pretty good job on, like, if they retired or moved away or thing, stuff happens. All of them are decent wise. They do a pretty good job of his character. So if you are looking to do some binge watching and watch crime dramas, there's 10 of them there. Then this next one, I'll go with obscure. I don't even know if anybody knows who Matt Helm was. I should almost not say, but Dean Martin played Matt Helm in the 60s, and this is a spoof takeoff of James Bond. As more of a somewhat of a lighthearted spy movie, spoof, little comedy involved. In the Matt Helm movies, there's 3 out of the 4. I didn't recall the last one, but he kind of has something with Dean Martin playing his music on there every once in a while, and then he'd make some kind of slide remark. And the 4th one, I was trying to see if that was in there, but I don't think there was. So 3 out of the 4, he kind of takes a little shot at his friend Dean Martin a little bit in there. Again, if you're looking for binge watching, and this is the Silencers, Murderers Row, the Ambushers, and the Wrecking Crew. So, and then I don't even. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. In regards to if you're looking for a kind of a lighthearted spy movie, I guess you want to say. So those are my movies and video, and we'll get this going because I got to start going a little more instead of once a week. From my dad's company, where he worked, is having some coffee out of there. So thanks everybody that's watched the videos. Gonna be changing things up a little bit, I think, with the playlist, because now you're gonna get a little more down the road. Classic movies are gonna be a little more, and I think a lot of people that's gonna be obscure movies. So we go with that. Again, thanks for watching, and try to get something in the park or garden-wise coming up, so I'm just not in the house all the time. And folks in the house, have a good one.